The Equilume light mask was developed at University College Dublin in Ireland following years of research into the correct light intensity and wavelength to best influence the horse's hormonal responses. We found that administering light to just one eye was sufficient to have an optimum response. The light mask provides the precise level of low-intensity blue light that has been scientifically shown to be equally as effective as keeping the horse under bright, stable lights. The benefit of the light mask means that your horse can be left out in the paddock at night and travel to competition while maintaining the correct lighting regime.
We heard about Equilume through some of your advertising with a client of ours who had been using it and recommended. We bought 10 straight up and yeah, really happy, couldn't be happier.
We started using it 12 months ago to prepare the horse for Adelaide Royal Show. As it turned out, we, instead of stabling him all the time, we left him in the paddock for a bit longer, which worked out much better for his preparation. With our management towards it, we left him out in the paddock for longer each day because I turned on at 4 p.m. I could leave him out until 6 p.m, which he was much happier with. As then it turned out, our costs went down due to not having to go through as much shavings through winter, which was great.
The horses inside weren't any better than the horses outside. They were all the same, so there was no extra benefit of having them inside. So now more obviously stay outside because the mask works completely without needing to have them in stables.
The mask works that you put it on, you activate it at 4 p.m. and then it turns itself off at 11 p.m. and every day after that it stays on until you deactivate it.
Yeah, so very easy, low maintenance, had no trouble with them at all. The fit is great. We have 12-2 ponies right up to 17 hand warm bloods wearing them and we had no trouble at all there.
For travelling to shows with Equilume, it's so much easier. We know that we can take them overnight somewhere. We can use it at a facility like this where the lighting isn't so great, which is obviously paramount for the show horse people to keep our coats good. Horses are happy with it. I've never had a horse react to it or anything like that.
It has changed travelling to shows so much. Travelling, we generally travel a lot overnight and we get to shows with stables that don't have any lights. So, knowing that they've got the masks on, whether they're, in the truck travelling or we're at a show where there, isn't sufficient lighting, we don't have to worry about their coats shifting, and blowing a coat if we're away. So it's, very rewarding that, we don't have to worry about that. When we first put them on, it took about 6 weeks, and we first saw all the coat shifting. And obviously some horses were different. Within 10 weeks, they had a beautiful seal coat.
On the horses that we use the Equilume mask on, I saw a difference in the coat shedding within 3 weeks, which was great because that's obviously what we were looking for. And then the most remarkable thing was that the horse that I've got now, who's actually an older horse, he's 18, we haven't seen him look as good as what he did. His soundness even improved in regards to it, just the fact that he could be out in the paddock for longer, his whole top line changed, everything like that. So it was great.
Yeah, we have used the Equilume mask for breeding. We put it on early June and within 75 days we had mare cycling and got it in foal, and it was really great because she was a competition mare that we were doing embryo transfers with, and so she was competing in a way at the time, so we didn't have to worry about keeping her under the lights and having any trouble whatsoever, so it was great, really helpful.
A lot of people that I know have used it for breeding and had great success with it for mares that haven't been able to get in foal previously or anything like that. They've been able to get the mares to cycle earlier and they just can't speak highly enough of the product.
To find out more about the Equilume light mask and how it can help you optimise the performance of your competition horses and breeding stock, visit our website or stop Jess or Laura at one of our upcoming shows.